West. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Beautiful view. Take a look what's going on weather-wise. BGE Home, Baltimore's home team for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Why would you call anyone else? 66 degrees. Very cool day here in Toronto. Roof is open. Some cloudy skies. Maybe a shower tonight, but looks like clouds are moving away. Is the Orioles lineup brought to you by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Smith, Machado, Scope, Jones, Trumbo, and Mancini. It'll be Castillo, Kim, and Yanish. Wellington Castillo this year against Toronto's solid average and production numbers.
Yeah, let's take a look at Joe Biagini scouting report tonight. Stepping in. Yeah, a lot of injuries to this Jays rotation. Aaron Sanchez, believe it or not, back on the DL. Still not back with that blister on his finger. It'll be tough too. Biagini's got a high arm slot. That over-the-top delivery makes it tough on his fastball, driving it to the bottom of the zone. Of course, the big 12-6 curveball as well. He does have all four now inserted into the starting rotation. He's got the fastball, slider, curve, and change working right now. 4.45 earned run average. This will be his 10th start. See 23 games this season, most out of the bullpen, where his numbers just a little bit better. Necessity here, though, to step in with all the injuries. 246 overall batting average. He has given up 5 long balls.
Biagini noted over his career for not giving up a lot of home runs, but as Mike notes, that has risen up against him a bit. He entered the rotation on May 7 for relief appearances against the Orioles before he changed roles, not allowing a run in 4 2/3 innings against the O's. Lifetime he is 0-1, ERA of 2.45, 12 career games against the Orioles, giving up 3 earned runs, 16 hits in 11 innings. There'll be a Genie in on the starter's role until Sanchez returns, and Seth Smith in the leadoff spot for the Orioles. Orioles only 2 left-handers in the lineup, Smith and Kim, against the right-hander. Left-handers hit only 200 against Biagini, and the right-handers only 219, but limited at bats. He gives up about a hit per inning, combining both as a starter and a reliever. Works out of the stretch. First pitch is in there for a strike. And let's get right to the home plate umpire. It is Angel Hernandez. If true to form, the hitters are going to be turning around a lot tonight because Angel Hernandez favors pitchers by a wide margin.
Yeah. Well, and you're going to hear it from the managers as well.
Pitch on the way, grounded into the shift. The second baseman Barney's there, over to Smoke.
Change up right there for Biagini. Let's take a look at the Jays defense tonight here at the Rogers Center. Pierce, Pilar, and Batista will roam the outfield. Tulowitzki and Barney playing up the middle. Donaldson back in the lineup and doing pretty well. Smoke over at first base, making an all-star push with 20 home runs, and Russell Martin doing the catching tonight.
And here is Manny Machado. Manny has always had real good numbers against the Jays. The 289 lifetime hitter, but this year Toronto pitchers have held him down to a 182 batting average with a couple of home runs and 3 RBIs against the Jays. Somewhat ironic that these two teams, even though the Orioles have won 7 of 9, these two teams have the exact same batting average against one another at 244, same number of hits, but the Orioles have outscored them 39-25 and out-homered Toronto 17-6. That'll be fouled straight back.
Yeah, Orioles bringing the big bats. Obviously, a couple of those wins against this team, the walk-off variety. Castillo, a couple big home runs and a couple of the wins. Of course, Trumbo, that walk-off shot on opening day, pretty impressive.
Count at 0-2. Infield plays him to pull even more with the 0-2 count, and the pitch will be away. This is an interesting series. Two teams who have really had their struggles. They each have won 10 games in June. The Orioles are 10-14. Toronto's 10-12. Yet both find themselves very much in the race for the division lead. The Orioles are only 4.5 games out. Toronto just 5.5 behind the Yankees. And that's why these division games, I mean, you knew they were going to be important, but this year it looks like this East is just going to stay compacted together, and all of these games against division foes really matter. Off-speed breaking ball is going to miss down low.
Well, they matter in a big way, and they mattered in the month of April when the Orioles were playing so well, and most of the games that month against the American League East starting to show up now.
3-ball, 2-strike count. 27-year-old right-hander delivers, and that'll be up the middle, right through the wickets. Barney perfectly positioned, and he gets the first 2 assists of the ball game. Here's what we were talking about. You take a look at the American League East teams versus their own division this year.
Yeah. You got the Blue Jays down there at 12-19. The Orioles, big time numbers in the own division with 23 wins, 17 losses. The bulk of those obviously coming in the month of April when they're playing their best brand of baseball. And the Blue Jays, of course, you could almost eliminate them in the month of April. They were terrible. Couldn't get things going, but turned it right back around in the month of May. But some inconsistencies again here in June.
It's been a roller coaster ride. Pitch is in there for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Jonathan Scope, who has moved into that number 3 spot in the lineup for the Orioles, and that's why those numbers. .295 batting average. He's been up among the leaders. Extra base hits, 37. He is tied for 4th. He's got another base hit to left field. Steve Pearce was playing very deep, and so Scope's on with a 2-out single.
That bullet right there. I can't believe how deep Pearce was playing back on the warning track. And take a look at the swing here from Jonathan Scope, trying to target the top of the zone. Ends up in the middle of the plate, and lucky for Biagini and the Jays that's just a long single.
So Jonathan on with 2 down, and here is Adam Jones. Base stealers have been completely successful against Biagini this year. They are 7 for 7 when he's on the mound. Behind the plate, Martin is thrown out. Only 17% of base stealers. So if you want to run, this is a battery to run on. Adam Jones will take the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. He is 3 for 6 against Biagini. And he's had a hot bat.
Yeah, Adam has been swinging. You see that, 333, a couple home runs. One deep straightaway center down in Tampa.
Couple of home runs, 3 RBIs against the Jays so far this year for Adam. That one came in on him a little bit. Pulled the bat back, fouls it right straight back, 0-2. Ballpark that Adam has played well in. 17 home runs. He has split the home runs he's had against Toronto right down the middle. He's had 17 at Camden Yards, and he's had 17 here in this ballpark. A number of the Oriole hitters like this ballpark to hit in it, and the numbers show that, especially with the home runs. Scope off first, the 0-2 delivery on the way, started to chase, drops the bat, didn't go around. He wanted to make sure he didn't, so he dropped the bat.
Yeah, he just drops it to kind of show the angle there. Adam a little smile. You see the check swing and the 12-6 curveball, and there it is. There's the angle I left you. How about that, Angel?
Quinn Walcott down at first base with the no. He didn't swing. Jones now 1-ball, 2-strike count on him. They leave that right side of the infield open. Barney almost behind second base. 1-2 pitch on the way. Kept it down, fouled it off. And Adam holds the count against him at 1-2.
Yeah, mixing it up. That's a big reason why he actually had a lot of success out of the bullpen here with the Jays. The ability to throw all 4 of those pitches. A big curveball. Obviously pitched a little more aggressively with the fastball out of the bullpen, but he's flipping it all up there right now. Nasty little changeup in the bottom of the zone.
Very divergent numbers with runners on. Teams have hit 302 against him. When the bases are empty, they hit 209. 1-2 delivery on the way, and a nice scoop made by Martin to hold the runner on at first base. So Adam works the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Biagini has walked 14 while striking out 53. Pretty good ratio. 24th appearance, 10th as a starter. And as mentioned, it's a hit per inning, 62 innings, 60 hits coming into the ball game. 2-2 delivery. Scope not going anywhere, and again trying to find a hole in that swing and can't, as Adam fouls off some tough pitches.
Yeah, moving it all over the place, really. They're a good fastball up and in, about 94 miles an hour after a good changeup at the bottom of the zone. So yeah, that's the key, really. You got to move the baseball around. Biagini showing some command here.
Adam Jones standing out. Home plate umpire dusted off a little bit. Looks like he's trying to give somebody a little time up there. I didn't see anything hit Russell Martin. The chain fell off. Adam Jones had some bling going and doesn't anymore. This may be a first in baseball. See, every game you never know what you may see. Have you ever seen jewelry break and have to be picked up on the field during the game?
Oh my God.
Watch this.
A good fastball.
Comes in the back of his neck and down to the ground.
Oh my goodness.
There it is. Oh, can I hit now?
But,
I'll never hit again.
I don't know. We got to go back to that video. I think Russell Martin put a couple in the back pocket.
Aha! Will he bury them at Camden Yards the next time they're there under home plate? That's the question. If he hits a home run, he'll never wear jewelry again. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Scope, good lead over there, but not running. And Adam, I think, goes down swinging. Throw to first, trying to catch Scope. He did not swing. That was a pretty good double call right there. Quinn Walcott, the first base umpire, was giving the no, he didn't swing as he moved over to make the call at first base.
A double safe. I like it.
And getting back to first in a hurry to avoid being picked off was Jonathan Scope. Long at bat. 8th pitch of the at bat. 3-2 down. Runner goes and walked him. Boy, there's a quality at bat and an earned walk, and the Orioles with a chance here with 2 down in the first inning and 2 on.
Yeah, nice AB from Adam Jones. Of course, seeing the ball well right now. The good batting average. Working it. Biagini here at the beginning of the ball game. Really important. Get that pitch count up for the starter.
They're still picking up pieces of jewelry.
Yeah.
Home plate umpire Angel Hernandez giving it to the bat boy who runs it over.
Everybody taking a little.
Wade Miley wants a little souvenir.
Oh my goodness.
Adam wants to put that back together again. He's going to have to visit a number of players with a wad of money. Mike Trumbo in the DH role. Marco the 1 for 4 off Biagini. Runners at first and second and 2 down. The off-speed breaking ball will miss. This is where Biagini has had a ton of problems. Opponents are hitting .415 with runners in scoring against him as a starter. Extremely high number. And Trumbo trying to add to it. Infield shifted around on him. Mark will go the other way, foul.
And that fastball coming right back over the middle of the plate. A little two-seam variety. Wanted on the outside corner. Trumbo. Healthy cut. Take a look at the highest average. 2 outs. Runners in scoring position. Baltimore leading the way with that 296. The batting average. What the league average is 239. Oh, he's hot in this spot. Of course, Trumbo has been a monster with 2 outs.
Overall, 276 for Mark in these situations, and he's upping that number. 1-1 delivery on the way to him. Breaking ball. Did he go? No. Biagini's had 3 check swing checks down at first base. Mark Trumbo takes the count to 2 balls and 1 strike, so they're working the Toronto starter here in the first inning. Biagini 2-1. Outfield deep. Infield swings around a little more. 2-1 delivery on the way to him. Trumbo laces that one to left center field. That's going to fall in, and it'll come halfway off the wall. Scope will score. Here comes Jones. Here's the throw to the plate, and not in time. A 2 RBI double. Mike Trumbo delivers again, and the Orioles take a 2-0 lead.
Some 2 out Lightning. Orioles been pulling that all weekend long down in Tampa. Do it again here to start this series. Trumbo 13th double of the year. Puts 2 on the board. Orioles making the first marks here in the series.
And again, as we've seen so often, a 2-out rally. He really rocketed that one.
Boy, he sure did. Bell-tight fastball. He did not miss it. Take a look at Adam Jones coming in. Slide to the backside. Everybody telling him to slide. Nice job by Mancini and Jonathan Scope. Good pick by Russell Martin on the end, but nice hustle by Adam Jones, scoring all the way from first.
37 RBIs for Mark, 111 that velocity off the bat on that two-bagger, and a quick visit to the mound here, as it looked like Biagini was going to get out of the first inning with no problems, but it has not worked out that way. Now runner on at second base for Trey Mancini. Trey comes in with a 6-game hit streak and a big lead for Trumbo at second base. They're not holding him, and Mark wisely getting way off.
How about Trey Mancini? Of course, he has been swinging it all year for the O's, but home runs in back-to-back games down at the Trop were big ones as well, both in winning efforts.
During the hit streak, he is 10 for 22 with 2 home runs in 6 games. And that pitch is going to be taken inside. So Mancini looking for another RBI against Biagini. Martin is going to come out to the mound and have a word with his battery mate with the runner on at second base, maybe about the signs here.
Yeah, mix it up again. It seems like this team a little bit more paranoid about the Orioles stealing signs than any other. Mancini's numbers with runners in scoring position, incredible at 442. Serious damage.
19 for 43 with runners in scoring position, and an amazing 8 home runs in these situations. Trey will foul that one off. Getting his first chance here in Toronto this season. Mancini has taken advantage of it. He's gone 4 for 10 in the games that they have played here, and has a couple of home runs. Biagini has given up the 5 that we talked about, with 2 of those to right-handers. 2-1 delivery on the way. Breaking ball will miss outside, and the count will go to 3-1. So Biagini a struggle after he got the first 2 outs here in the inning, with the single by Jonathan Scope, the walk on a long at bat by Adam Jones, and then the 2 RBI double by Mark Trumbo. 3-1 delivery on the way. Mancini takes for a strike. Take a look at our Jim Coons American League leaders. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons.
Highest batting average versus righties. Are you kidding me? Trey Mancini leading the way at 352. Yeah, hitting everybody.
3-2 count. Trumbo, big lead off second base, and got him on an off-speed delivery. So Biagini works his way out of it, but not before the Orioles got a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on, an early lead for Kevin Gausman. The Oriole fans on hand. There were a lot of Oriole fans walking around the city today. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Jays. Bautista, Martin, and Donaldson. Smoke, Morales, Tulowitzki. Former Oriole Steve Pearce, Pilar, and Barney. Kevin Pilar against the O's this season. Real solid numbers.
And let's take a look at Kevin Gausman's scouting report. Location, location, location. Really the key for Kevin Gausman. Ability to locate that fastball, move it around. Been a little bit better his last couple starts as far as driving it to the bottom of the zone. He better start pitching up at the top as well. And he's got to be more efficient. He is leading all of baseball. Almost 20 pitches per inning. But he does have the good numbers against the Blue Jays this year, pitching to a 2.60. Everything else kind of elevated.
And the new leadoff batter is Bautista for Toronto. He's got a 4-game hit streak, and moving into that leadoff spot, he's done really well over the last 2 years in the leadoff spot. 45 games, and he's hit close to 600 this season. 5 games, leadoff spot, 8 for 21. Pitch will be taken away. You get that sometimes when one of the reasons managers like John Gibbons make these kind of moves is just to shake it up. And sometimes it rejuvenates players just because it's different. And whether or not that's true for Bautista and will last, we will see. Pitch is taken away, 3-1.
Yeah, I think Bautista kind of changes himself around offensively. Take a look at these numbers. April just 178, 1 home run. Really heated up in May.
Ball in the air to center field, and that's Adam Jones. He can't play it. That one found some room, little bloop single, and Bautista leads off the ball game with a base hit for Toronto.
Yeah, that's one thing Kevin Gausman been kind of snake bitten in. When he does make a good pitch, it's like a lot of jam shots, a lot of broken bats. But take a look at the location again. Steele wanting the heater down and away, rides back in and just kind of gives Bautista a little extra chance there. We talked about Bautista's numbers again dropping here in June, but talking to John Gibbons, it's all about the on-base percentage, leading the team in walks, so he gets on base, and this guy as well. 220 batting average, but look at that on base, 374.
That's why they're up there at the top. You would not generally expect Russell Martin to be batting in the number 2 spot of any lineup, or Bautista to be batting in the leadoff spot. Yet here they are. Against Gausman, Martin has gone 5 for 16 in his career. Kevin has given up 12 first-inning runs. Another Orioles starter who's had his first-inning woes. Ball down the line, that'll head foul. And the count goes to 2 strikes on Russell Martin. For Kevin, this is the 4th start of the year against the Blue Jays already, in the 11th of his career. This year, 1-0, a 2.60 ERA. In his starts here in Toronto, he's had 6 of them. He's 1-3 with a 4.89 earned run average in starts in this ballpark. 0-2 count. Mancini holding at first. Infield double play depth. That'll be pumped again, foul.
A good try with the heater there. Steele wanted up and in, but it stayed at the top of the zone. Real important for Kevin Gausman, a lot of the Orioles starters, to learn how to work that pitch. Right at the top or above. Get some weak fly ball outs or some swing throughs.
0-2. He'll take the ground ball for a double play. A lot of fly ball outs for Kevin. Quick throw over, not real hard. Mancini down to pick it up. Kevin has gone 0-3 in 4 starts here in June. ERA in June is 8.02. Teams have hit 356 against him this month, higher than either of the first 2 months. 0-2 delivery on the way, a heater. Tied Martin up a little bit, but it was up high.
Good try. I don't know that Kevin's thrown an off-speed pitch yet. Only trying to establish that fastball.
Threw a lot of splitters last time out. Really has increased the number of splitters thrown in each of the last 2 ball games. We'll see whether or not he goes to that as often as he did in the last outing, where he had 27% of the pitches he threw in that last start with splitters.
Right. Yeah, and typically that's the pitch he uses against the left-handers, and why the numbers are down in his career. A big-time put-away pitch with the lefties.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Bautista off first base. Now what John Gibbons has done, he has put an entire right-handed hitting lineup in because of the numbers we're talking about. The right-handers hit 371 off Gausman. The left-handers 274. That one's going to miss inside. Boxed. Held on to by Castillo. Count goes 2-2.
Yeah, there's that change right there. Featuring it to both the lefties and righties now. Got to come up with a good secondary pitch. Attack the right-handers with. Get the slider, but there have been inconsistencies with that.
Martin to be followed by Donaldson. 2-2 delivery on the way, and way out in front fouls that one off. An emergency cut to keep his at-bat alive on that one. Stays at 2-2. Well, both teams already. Kevin Gausman getting worked a little bit here in just the first two hitters, much as the Orioles did to Joe Biagini, the starter for Toronto. 2-2 delivery again, and that will miss. Low and inside, and the count is full 3-2.
Good try though from Kevin, backing it up off that fastball that was down and in. Pretty good take there from Martin.
Well, let's see what Gibbons does with Bautista at first base. Whether he's willing to let him run here on a 3-2 with nobody out. Runner not going, and it's fouled off again. Kind of hard to believe Toronto comes into this game next to last in runs scored, averaging 4.3 runs a ball game. They are 14th in the league. Home run wise, they are 7th. Like the Orioles, they use home runs to generate a lot of their offense, and if those aren't there, there's not much else so far this year. 3-2 again. Bautista stays, should be 2. Giannis 1, Scope 2, gets the double play.
Nicely done there. Giannis to Scope. Take a look at the rest of the Oriole defense here behind Gausman. Kim Jones and Smith in this Rogers Center outfield. Machado and Mancini will be on the corners. Castillo doing the catching tonight.
So 2 down on the pitcher's best friend. And here is Josh Donaldson. Donaldson comes in with a 3-game hit streak going. They are looking, though, for his bat to really pick up for the rest of the year. They desperately need him to be strong offensively. They have lost Devin Travis, their second baseman, a knee injury. He's out for the year. He was one of their better offensive players, so some of these other Toronto Blue Jays are going to have to pick up the pace. That one is going to be a strike of the knees.
Well, the Blue Jays just decimated with some injuries early on. Lost their rotation. Some of the key pieces in the rotation. Of course, Donaldson had been battling a calf. He's off and on the disabled list coming out of spring training.
Donaldson, a towering pop up to right. Smith will move in, lines it up, and puts it away. And a good first inning for Kevin Gausman. No runs ahead, nobody left on. Orioles lead by 2. Erie from Baltimore, 500 for being selected. 500 more for every Orioles home run hit tonight. Play Home Run Rich's scratch-offs went up to 50,000. Or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/home run. Good luck, Doug. If true to form, you may win some cash here tonight. Orioles with a 2-0 lead. Will bat here in the top of the second inning. Castillo, Kim, and Yanish. Wellington Castillo continues to have outstanding offensive numbers. He's hit .281 against the Jays, 3 home runs, and put across RBIs, 7 of them against this team this year. And the pitch will be taken down low.
Take a look at the bottom of the order here for the Orioles, which has played a huge part in the last 2 wins. 9 hits and 23 at bats. How about a couple home runs? Castillo hit 7th a couple days ago. He hit a long ball. Of course, his partner Caleb Joseph went 3 for 4 on Sunday with a home run as well. I mean, last 3 batters in this Oriole offense have really picked it up.
Catchers continue to produce with Wellington Castillo, Caleb Joseph, Francisco Pena a bit involved in that. Up the middle into the shift, diving stop. Barney up, makes the play, and a beauty to take a hit away from Wellington Castillo.
A couple times I look up. There's a base hit. There's Barney diving all over the place. Already had 3 putouts in this ball game, or assists. How about this shot on the other side of second base? Quickly to his feet. A strong throw across the diamond. Castillo, perfect swing. Boy, tough to hit nowadays with the big shift.
How many times have we seen those hits taken away? So Wellington Castillo, the first out here in the second inning. Young-Soo Kim up. He will take the pitch for a strike. Kim has a 1 for 4 against Biagini, getting the start in left field. Kim has gone 3 for 18 against the Jays this year. 0-1 pitch to him. Bit of a strange alignment in the outfield, a little bit. Center field, Pilar's moved way in and a little bit over to left. Everybody's in the outfield. Almost draw, rather than that arc, you almost have a line across the outfield.
Young-Soo Kim, the power never really has shown up. Was coming over from Korea. He was a home run king. You know, I expected a little bit more pop, but good hitter, probably the most consistent as far as pitches seen, the ability to use the whole field. And who knows, with all the power in the Oriole lineup, maybe he's just thinking he doesn't have to hit long balls.
1-2 delivery on the way is going to skip across the plate, and the count will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Kim, on and off the bench this year, it's his 43rd game. He's had 102 at bats. You compare that to Orioles starters like Manny Machado, who's got 276. And the Kim's less than, good deal less than half of that. And the off-speed delivery gets him swinging.
Nasty change there. Young-Soo Kim not wanting to get beat by the heater, so starts a little sooner. Take a look at the Mercedes pitch cast. And a changeup just dropping off the table. Stays in the middle of the plate, but so tough. We talked about the angle that he creates. You don't see many pitchers coming right over the top anymore. Biagini mastered it.
So 2 down. This is where the problem started in the first inning for Biagini. Paul Yanish up. Paul playing in his 10th game. He has had a couple of hits, 14 at bats, 2 RBIs. J.J. Hardy on the DL, of course. Lex Showalter wanting that defensive glove of Yanish in there as good as any. And the pitch is there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yanish came up with a big hit in the Tampa series. A couple of those RBIs on the 1 swing of the bat. Big in the production department. Bottom 3rd. Something we hadn't seen a lot of bunts in the Tampa series.
How often do you say that?
I know, right? Playing some small ball, and it was kind of shocking to see how the Rays defended the bunt. Not too many teams capable of bunt defense nowadays. Seems like that bunt a lost art on both ends. getting it down and then defending it.
1 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way. Ground ball towards the hole. It'll be cut off. Donaldson finds it and just gets it there in time. So Giannis is retired. 3 up and 3 down. One of the hottest hitters in the game, Justin Smoke's coming up. A foot injury. He's available. Recalled Chris Smith, a right-handed pitcher. Now they've designated the veteran Jason Grilli, so clubs will be looking. I suspect he will be picked up rather quickly. And they optioned out Dwight Smith Jr. Why? He was hitting just .370 in 12 games this year. Clearly, get him out of here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's not ready.
He's not ready.
Oh my.
I'm sure that's a numbers move.
Yeah, absolutely. And Carrera back. I think he's a pretty important piece of this offense.
So those are the moves made today by Toronto. Kevin Gausman against Justin Smoke. Don't touch, you'll burn your fingers. Justin Smoke comes in with a 10-game hit streak. They broke out the T-shirts today for more votes for him for the All-Star game. He's now second to start at first base in the All-Star game in the American League. So during batting practice, they were already on the field. They brought out the T-shirts.
Yeah.
The guys all changed their shirts to put on the smoking for the All-Star game. And the fastball will be taken inside.
That fastball right there from Gausman. Yeah, I was talking to the hitting coach, Brooke Jacoby. I said, what have you done with him? What'd you do? He goes, I haven't done a thing. He's just in a good place. He feels confident and comfortable knowing that he's going to play every day, because in years past he's always been the question mark. Well, he's too inconsistent, so he gets spotty playing time, a lot of pinch hitting duties.
Not this year. No. And strike taken on the outside corner. He was ready to go to first base. Won't get it.
Yeah, when you get the part-time at bats, especially a big guy like Smoke, you know, you try to do a little too much to get more at bats. Well, he's getting his ABs. He's settled in. He's more direct to the baseball.
3-2 count. He'll foul it off. Well, looking at his numbers here, Mike, he's a career .231 hitter. He's hitting .304. He's a career .313 on base percentage. He's .367. He's a career .409 slugging percentage. He's .588.
Yeah.
So all the numbers have ballooned this year for him, and he'll foul another one away.
Well, I think that's the key right there, the two-strike approach, and we've seen it from a number of hitters around the league. With 2 strikes, they're just starting to shorten up. They're making their swing a little bit more compact. Their batting averages are starting to increase. We saw that down in Tampa with Dickerson, who's having a monster year.
3-2, and he will draw the walk. Leadoff man on. The Orioles return to Oriole Park on Friday to take on the Rays. On Saturday, the first 25,000 fans 15 and over get the Zach Britton bobblehead. Then on Sunday, kids ages 4 to 14 run the bases, presented by Wise Markets. For tickets, Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. Looks like Zach. Thank God. Wouldn't be a Zach bobblehead. Right. Didn't look like him, would it? Might be highly more collectible, but here's Kendrys Morales. Morales, the DH, one of 2 switch hitters back to back. He and Smoke in this lineup. Tulowitzki waiting on deck. Morales has not had a hit against Kevin Gausman. He is 0 for 8 lifetime. Pitch to him will miss inside.
Man, a pretty good fastball there. Really getting it in on the lefties right now. One thing that has caused Kevin Gausman a problem, though, that fastball he tries to get on the lefties leaks back over the heart of the plate.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Short lead. Smoke, not a base stealer. Pitch will be taken away. As is happening all around baseball, Buck Showalter giving more rest to starting pitchers. The extra day off. Kevin Gausman is on that extra day off here today. He is lifetime 3 and 8 on 5 days rest. He's 16 and 20 on 4 days rest. So it's really not much of a difference at all. And 6 or more days rest, same thing, 3 and 8. So the numbers on how much time he has off between starts haven't seemingly made much of a difference.
No, it's just all comes down to that command. I mean, he's got hasn't really changed a lot in the delivery.
3-1 is right there.
He has moved on the rubber, though, slid over towards the middle, more on the first base side instead of having to cut all the way across the mound. There you see the new looks on the rubber.
Smoke at first. 3-2 count. Runner not going. He is going. Delayed start. He's going to be out. Don't know what that was. They end up with a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Toronto, their own worst enemy there. Wellington Castillo taking advantage of it. Smoke wasn't going, then he was.
Right. Yeah, a couple big double plays here. Castillo, a little double pump. Get Smoke on the end. There's a miss sign or what the heck was going on? Quick glance in. I think John Gibbons just thinking Morales is going to put him in play, and he didn't.
So Castillo continues his solid numbers. 46% of base stealers he's caught this year. And again, a double play of a different kind. This time with the help of his battery mate, gets Gausman and the leadoff batter off the base pass. Tulowitzki 3 for 11 and a home run lifetime off Kevin.
Tulowitzki's had his problems this year as well. He spent some time on the disabled list. The bat a little bit slow, starting to pick it up recently. Had a pretty good last series, 5 for 9, so his confidence starting to grow.
Another bat the Jays absolutely rely on and need him to be strong the rest of the way. 275 in June. He has picked up 5 home runs here in the month of June. He leads the Jays. No, Smoke leads with 8. And he's got 5, second most home runs this month for Toronto. 1 ball, 2 strike count.
I guess that's the one thing that's scary about the Blue Jays. The fact that Donaldson and Tulowitzki miss so much time. You know, they're just going to be better, more consistent offensively. And for the Jays, if Smoke can stay as consistent as he's been the first half of the season, you know, that would be tough, really, offensively.
Here's the 2-2 delivery on the way to him. A little roller, so going to be a tough play. Gausman up off balance, gets it over there in time, feels his position and gets the out. So only 6 batters faced through the first 2. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on here. Orioles up 2-0. One to look forward to Miller Time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. CN Tower, just outside the ballpark here, downtown Toronto. One of the landmarks, if not the landmark of this city. Orioles with the 2-0 lead, 2 RBI double by Trumbo in the first inning with 2 down. Has put the Orioles up as we go to the third. Biagini with a walk and a couple of strikeouts so far turns the order over. Seth Smith leads it off, grounded out his first time up. Shift employed in the infield, and the off-speed delivery is in there for a strike. Seth has gone 4 for 17 this year against Toronto. He has had a home run, and that is his lone RBI against the Jays this season. Outfield shaded the other way to left on him. That one's going to skip. Take a look at the shift employed here. StatCast powered by AWS. Got to keep Donaldson over. Smith will lay a bunt down if given a chance. So Donaldson tries to take that away from him, playing at shortstop position as a third baseman, but playing in. And the pitch is away. So Biagini having to throw a lot of pitches here to get strikes behind here 2-1.
Well, you like to see the Orioles' patience right now. Working the count, forcing the starter to throw strikes.
Two-one delivery on the way. Hit him in the batter's box. Foul ball. Biagini as a starter, 2-5, ERA of 4.91. Opposition hitting .246 against him as a starter. So he said 4 times against the Orioles in relief this season. First time as a starter. He had gone 9 innings without surrendering a run to the Orioles as a reliever, and the Orioles got 2 in the first. Barney again busy at second base.
All over the place. Take a look at the Blue Jays here. A little closer look. Now, through April 28th, they were scuffling. Numbers all down. How about since then? Take a look at the highlighted numbers here. The relievers' earned run average has come down tremendously. And, of course, the offense scoring over a run per game. Now, the bullpen, Osuna had a .563 earned run average. He had a few blown saves in the month of April, but he's settled in nicely. Has saved 18 straight games. Of course, a couple guys we don't hear about. Barnes and Tepera have stepped up in the Jays bullpen as well. Offensively, of course, Justin Smoke kind of leading the way there, but the help of Donaldson back in the lineup, and look about Tulowitzki coming off the disabled list. They have that young second baseman, of course, that just blew his knee out. And oh man, was he a force offensively, but back on the disabled list.
They really missed Evan Travis. They'd hoped he was going to be able to come back after the first injury, but now gone for the year. That'll be fouled off the other way by Manny Machado. Manny grounded out to second base his first time up. Manny with a 3 for 10 lifetime against Biagini. Pretty much straight up D on Manny, indicating he'll put that ball anywhere, including going to right field. Ground ball to short this time. Second hop, Tulowitzki. So Biagini gets a couple of ground ball outs, and that'll bring up Jonathan Scope.
Well, Jonathan Scope has had an incredible year, but a monster month of June. 8 home runs and 24 RBI as he makes a push for the All-Star game. He's been impressive offensively.
Jonathan is 4th in doubles in the American League. He set among the extra base hits. He came into the day tied for 4th with Mookie Betts of Boston. Rips it. That's going to be down the line. That's a fair ball. It'll roll all the way into the corner. Pierce going over to get it, and Scope does it again. Single in the first inning and scored with 2 down. Now a double with 2 down in the third.
Now another nice swing. 23rd double. Take a look. Hammering it down the line. A little step and a dive for Donaldson, but too hot off the bat. Donaldson got the feet going. Ooh, coming off hot though. Scope smashing it.
Mookie Betts 25 doubles, leads the league. There was no chance. That ball hit so hard. Donaldson got a pretty good reaction to it, but unable to get to it. Betts leads in doubles 25, and that's number 23, as you saw, for Jonathan Scope. The Orioles get another runner in scoring position. Adam Jones a walk, first time up and scored, and one around on that one. Adam has actually fallen behind Jonathan Scope now on the Orioles. Best average with runners in scoring position. Jonathan hitting .382 and Adam .380 coming into the game, and Mookie Betts leads the league at .389 in that department.
Man.
Jonathan deserves to go to the All-Star game. He'll be there whether voted in or selected. I mean, he's had such a tremendous first half. Consistent, big hits. It'd be great to see him there.
Yeah, it sure would.
0-1 count, 2 down. That's going to go into left field. Another big base hit. Pierce will chase it down. Run will score, and the Orioles do it again. All 3 runs coming with 2 away. This time Adam Jones on the base hit single, and it's 3-0.
Boy, they have had a lot of 2-out production on this road trip. Nice piece of hitting by Adam Jones. He really sparked that rally in the first with a walk. Here, smoke one through the 5-6 hole. Jonathan Scope, a good secondary, of course, with the 2 outs. Able to score easily, uncontested, with Pierce playing so deep in left field.
Adam gets his 15th RBI of the year. And the Orioles, 3 runs on 4 hits. Mark Trumbo, the other 2 RBIs on the double that came in the first inning. Biagini, worst thing that happens to him in the ball game so far is he gets the first 2 outs.
Yeah, no kidding.
And the Orioles score against him. And that batting average with runners in scoring position over 400 has gone up through the first 3 innings of this ball game. 0-1 delivery on the way. Trumbo fists that one back. That'll be out of play. Just barely. Wow, that was close. Good try made by Russell Martin.
Take a look at Mark Trumbo back in the first inning after Adam Jones draws the walk. Couple O's on base. Smokes it off the center field wall. That ball was hammered off the bat of Trumbo.
Mark, take a look at Russell Martin. He went back for a ball that looked like it was going to go well over the screen. It didn't.
Man, good hustle there.
That's why you need to pad the walls.
Yeah.
For plays like that. Trumbo 0-2. Had to go upstairs, pounds it into the ground this time. Tulowitzki's got it and gets the out. The Orioles get the run. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. Those up 3-zip.
Beginning of the ball game. To start it off, Batista walk 6-4-3. Giannis to scope to clean it up. And here, what? Smoke's running. Castilla, little hesitation, but yeah, strike him out, throw him out. How about Kevin Gausman helping himself? On that backside, throws a strike for the third out of the inning. Flashed in the leather. That's why the O's have the lead. 3-0 right now, bottom of the third.
Leadoff batters on in each of the first 2 innings against Gausman, but those defensive plays took away the chances. And the pitch taken by former Oriole Steve Pearce. Steve back off the DL and helping this ball club out. He's done well at the plate since getting back into action. That pitch is in there for a strike. 9 for 21, 429 average. Home run, 6 RBIs since coming off the DL with the right calf strain that took him out of the lineup. 1-1 delivery on the way is down low.
Yeah, I was talking to Steve a little earlier, and he said, yeah, it seems like whenever I get a little bit of time off, I come back, I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
See the ball. He did that with the Orioles a few years ago. Came back and ended up hitting like 21 home runs.
Put him in the lineup. He's not real happy with the call on that one. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom third of the order, Pierce, Pilar, and Barney. And Steve on a foul tip. Wellington Castillo able to hang on. Second strikeout for Kevin Gausman.
Man, a nice group of pitches here. Targeting down and away, and then decides to go with the changeup. And look at the drop on that pitch. Starts up above the belt. Ends up at the shoelaces. Great movement on the change from Gausman. Big first out.
That'll bring Kevin Pilar to the plate. He has done real damage against the Orioles historically and this year in particular. He'll take the first pitch for a strike. Pilar 344 against the Orioles. He has an 8-game hit streak against them going back to last year. 54 hits against the Orioles since 2015. That's the most by any major league player against the Orioles over that time span.
Isn't that amazing?
So Pilar really doesn't mind seeing the Orioles come to town, at least regarding his own batting average. 1-1 delivery, shattered bat, bloop to first. Mancini right there to put it away, and there are 2 down. Well, the 2017 All-Star Game voting is underway and not a lot of time left. You can vote at Orioles.com/vote-orange. 5 times for the chance to win an autographed All-Star jersey, 20 times to receive a buy one get one offer for the Rangers series in July. Vote orange. Go to Orioles.com/vote-orange. Some of the faces of those receiving votes from Oriole fans. Here is Barney batting 9th, second baseman. He's 6 for 13 with a home run off Kevin Gausman. Getting a lot of playing time with that injury to Travis. A couple of home runs, 9 RBIs. Upstairs, fouled it off. Don't even know how he hit that one.
No kidding. And you know what? That's a testament to Kevin Gausman being a little more aggressive in the zone with his fastball. You start seeing some swings out of the zone, trying to get on that heater there. Oh my gosh. Pitch is up and out of the strike zone.
Chase away. See if he goes even higher. Drops that one down low, and it missed a ball and 2 strikes. Kevin with that high ERA on the road, trying to bring that down. He's had one of the big differentials between home and road ERA this season. ERA on the road is 9. 1-4 his road record, but not pitching that way right now. 2-ball 2-strike delivery on the way, and jammed him. Manny Machado on the slow roller gets it. So only 9 faced through the first 3 innings by Kevin Gausman, and the Orioles have given him 3 to work with. Brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you, and by Navy Federal, proudly serving the armed forces and their families for over 80 years, federally insured by NCUA. Toronto and all of Canada celebrating their 150th anniversary as a federation. I believe Saturday is the official big day, and lots of celebrations going on around the country. Here's Trey Mancini, Castillo, and then Kim. And a swing and a miss. That's what Biagini got him on the first time up, was the off-speed delivery.
Yeah, nasty change. Tough to pick up. Good sell with that arm speed.
0-1 pitch on the way, and that'll be taken outside. We mentioned how the American League East is the tightest race, top to bottom, separated only by 5.5 games from the Yankees down to Toronto. 1-1 delivery. And over the last 10 games, nobody's played better than 500. The Red Sox and Tampa Bay and the Orioles are 5-5 in the last 10. Toronto's 4-6. The Yankees are 3-7. That'll go to first in foul territory. Smoke.
Boy, used everything he had right there against Mancini. Maybe that's the book now. Throw the kitchen sink at him. Started him off with a changeup. Ended him off with a fastball about 94 on the knuckles.
Leadoff man retired. Biagini's had a good number in that regard. 76% of leadoff batters retired this year. He has done it in all 4 innings here, but the Orioles 3 2-out RBIs. Wellington Castillo denied a hit his first time up. Barney robbed him on a fine play in the infield, right up the middle, and the breaking ball is in there for a strike.
That's a big pitch for him. Starting to steal some strikes early in the count. I mean, it's so big, you don't want to waste a swing on that curve. He was spiking it early in the ball game. Working for him right now.
Will miss a little bit, going for the outside corner at 92. Biagini knows his time as a starter probably limited by the return of Aaron Sanchez, and then he would go back in the bullpen. But the way things have gone for Toronto, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody else injured by that time. 2-ball, 1-strike count.
Pitching coach Pete Walker going through some tough times with the injuries.
2-1 delivery on the way, in the air, right center. Pilar's over, and he's got it. 2 down. Orioles are going to host the Chicago Cubs July 14 through 16. On Sunday, July 16, kids ages 4 to 14 run the bases, presented by Weis Markets. Tickets are going fast. Don't miss out. The world champions coming to Baltimore. That's the Chicago Cubs, July 14 through the 16. For tickets, Orioles.com. 2 down, nobody on. Kim, a strikeout victim, is first time up. Cubs that had a tough start to the year, but even though they're only 2 games above 500, they're just a game behind Milwaukee now in their division.
Right. Amazing.
Oh, 1 pitch on the way, a check swing, didn't go.
Seems like nobody's safe, right?
Nobody
in the game from it's just the roller coaster ride. Seems like when teams start going south, they go south in a big way, big losing streaks.
Yep.
Yeah.
For what the probabilities matter, I was looking today. Chance of making the postseason: Houston over 90%, Washington over 90%. That's about it.
Yeah.
And that's only because of the big spread they have had right from the beginning in their divisions.
Yeah, definitely. But even Washington not feeling too comfortable because they're going out looking for pitchers. They don't have a back end. The bullpen looking for a closer right now.
They are 8.5 ahead of Atlanta, of all teams. Atlanta not given a lot of publicity in the preseason. Kim will take the pitch down low. That'll be the second walk surrendered. And here go the Orioles again with 2 down. They get a man on. With Giannis coming to the plate. Here's one of those turnovers that drive pitching coaches and managers crazy. You wanted to get Kim out of there. You want Paul Giannis, and I'm not saying this derogatorily towards him, but you want Giannis leading off the next inning.
Absolutely.
You don't want to turn the order over here, no matter what happens. Because you figure you got a better chance of getting Giannis out as a leadoff batter than you do against Smith, who is the leadoff batter.
Yeah, and now you mess around here at the bottom, and Giannis picks up a base hit or maybe another walk, and when things start getting turned over, the big bats coming back around.
He tried to bunt. Foul tipped.
I like that. Paul Giannis, a couple bunts down in that Tampa series, actually pushed a bunt as well. Buck Showalter's just trying to find ways, to spark the offense. Giannis isn't going to give you the big production, but man, you can put some pressure on a defense.
1-1 delivery on the way. Fouls that one off of Russell Martin. So 70 pitches thrown and not through the 4th inning for Joe Biagini. The Orioles will try and mount another 2-out rally here if Giannis can keep it going. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Paul grounded out to third his first time up. Outfield drawn in against him. Biagini's 1-2 delivery. Giannis will take it up.
Yeah, if nothing else, just forcing him to throw more pitches. Big key to start a series like this. Could eventually be a huge series. I think they're all important right now, obviously, but you started off with the starting pitcher trying to knock him out as early as possible. Force that bullpen into the ball game. Put some pressure on the manager.
Yeah, the bullpen of the Jays right now is ranked 6th, with Osuna getting back to where he was. Had a couple of bad outings Mike talked about earlier, but appears to be ready to go again. He was experiencing some anxiety problems, but said after the last outing on the field that he felt okay.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he came out publicly and said that.
I give him credit. Ground ball. I mean, anxiety is not an uncommon problem, and people don't like to talk about it. Oh, something's wrong with you. You got some disastrous thing going on. But he said, I'm not feeling right on the mound. I feel strange. I've got anxiety level that's up higher than it should be, and I've got to deal with it, and he is. And good for him. 3 ball, 2 strike count. Runner going at first base. Kim, and the pitch. That's what the Orioles wanted. Biagini just lowers his head. He got 2 down, and he walks numbers 8 and 9.
Absolutely. Of course, we talked about the production from the bottom of the Orioles lineup here recently. That's a big reason why. Forcing pitchers, throw more pitches, take those walks. A big opportunity here with 2 outs again.
So the defense will swing around against Seth Smith, who is grounded to second base twice in the ball game. Smith gets the RBI opportunity. He's hitting just .222 in these situations this year. Biagini's delivery to him will be in there for a strike. There's added to the roster Chris Smith, just added today. He's warming up in the bullpen with an apple. No, it's just a red baseball. 0-1 count. Runners off first and second base. Smith will take it inside. Nice stop. Russell Martin on a pitch down and in, had to fight that one and keep the runners where they are.
Yeah, the big power 12-6 breaking ball. Take a look at the finish here. Woo. Hard down in the dirt. A textbook block. Now he hoods it with the chest, gets it over the top of the baseball. Not much room there, or nowhere for that baseball to go.
Orioles 2 for 3 in these situations already in this ball game. One of the walks surrendered, the first one to Jones. First inning is scored. Martin again going out. Talk to Biagini with a runner at second, probably about again. What are we using for signs here?
Yeah, keep mixing it up. They start feeling a little uncomfortable. A couple pitches thrown, runner at second base. A lot of times base runners can even get in the heads of catchers if they're thinking that you're telegraphing sign. Just do some different things. It drives them crazy.
Tap your chest.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike count. 2 away and 2 on. Smith will take it for a strike at the knees. So Biagini gets ahead of Seth, the ball and 2 strikes. Two walks. Kim, Yanish. They are the Oriole base runners. One-two delivery on the way. Breaking ball in the dirt. Lost it. Runners will advance. Well, Martin was able to make a couple of stops on balls that were similarly situated, down and in. That one, though, rolled away.
Yeah, another breaking ball, though. Looked like he got himself in a good position, but might have caught a toe hold or something like that. He's got a bad kick. Actually threw the 5-hole. Look here. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
That'll be a wild pitch. It is the 3rd thrown by Biagini this year, and now the Orioles get both runners in scoring position. Boy, what a big base hit this would be. The Orioles can add 2 in a hurry. 2 ball, 2 strike count on Smith. Seth down low, can't get it. 3 strikeouts. Orioles leave a couple on. 4th inning of Orioles baseball is brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. One of 3. Take a look at our notebook on our East Winds page. The Yankees starter Jordan Montgomery. What a great June. First Yankee rookie since reliever Ron Davis in '79 to go 4-0 or better with an ERA below 3 in 1 month. Chris Sale 10-3, last pitcher to reach 10 wins. First 16 career appearances for Boston. Josh Beckett, that was in 2006. A couple of notes on teams the Orioles are chasing at the moment. Kevin Gosman's pitch taken down low. Also on our East Winds page, the Rays have acquired Adini Hectorivara from the Marlins. Tim Beckham is filled in at shortstop with Matt Duffy out for the year. They're going to switch him to second base, Beckham, and Hectorivara is going to get a chance at short.
Yeah, a little more experience right there. Beckham actually having a pretty good offensive year. Been waiting for that bat to pick up a little bit. Make themselves a little bit stronger, more solid defensively.
The way it's going because of the race in the East, I mean, most of the East teams are going to be looking for ways to be better. They're going to be buyers and not sellers, no matter what their record is.
Yeah,
because they're in it. 2-1 delivery, striking the outside corner. Bautista base hit his first time up. Signals to Angel Hernandez through a deep breath that that was not a strike. Nevertheless, 2-2 delivery on the way, and that'll be down low.
Good try right there with the changeup from Kevin Gausman. And a pretty good secondary pitch here, mixing the fastball change to the right-hand hitters. How about the location, though? Everything down around the knees.
Comes back on Bautista, fouls it off to take the count full, 3-2. Bautista, the only hit on the board for Toronto. Single leading off in the first inning. 3-4-0 for the Orioles, 1-1-0. Pops that one up. First base, Mancini. One down here in the fourth inning. Check out MASN All Access on MASN Orioles social media platforms. The new social media show will be broadcast on Facebook Live and feature game previews, fan tweets, Q&As with players, and much more. Follow MASN Orioles on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat for all the fun of MASN All Access. That one is tagged to left field, very high in the air, back at the wall, and just enough room. Kim puts it away, and Russell Martin retired on a long fly ball out.
Oh, I think the roof being open kind of stopped that one from getting out of the ballpark. He backlegged this up and in fastball. He thought he got it as well. It's got the altitude for sure. How about Hyun-Soo Kim posting up right in front of the wall? Oh, a sigh of relief there from Kevin Gausman.
So 2 quick outs here in the fourth inning. That one a long one. Donaldson up, fly to right field, his first time up. You know this ballpark, played here.
Yeah.
Travel further with the roof open or closed?
Closed, I think.
Really?
Yeah. I think it jumps when the roof's closed, but I could be wrong. Who knows?
Well, you'd know.
Yeah.
You get different answers from different people on that. I've always asked, since this ballpark opened, never seen numbers on it, really, as to over the years, home runs, extra base hits with the open and closed.
And you know, it wouldn't really matter with me anyway. I think.
Well, the way you hit? Are you kidding? There's not a canyon big enough to hold you in.
Right.
1 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way. Check swing on a pitch inside. Didn't go. Gausman rocking along here with just 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Came in second high in hits surrendered this year, and the more earned runs off him than anyone else in the league. But he is shutting down this Toronto offense on 1 hit through the first 3 2/3 innings.
Yeah, well, confidence going from Kevin Gausman. There's good numbers against the Jays this season. Pretty efficient tonight as well.
Two-two delivery to Donaldson. He'll go after it in the air to right, and that will make the seats foul.
Man, 98 top of the zone. The way he's moving it around. Yeah, everywhere. Doesn't look like Jay's feeling too comfortable. Haven't squared up many baseballs off Gausman tonight.
2-2 delivery again to him. That one is deep. I think it's foul by just that much. See, that's the way, if you count the first level, 1, 2, 3, that's like 5 levels up.
Yeah, well, that one was squared up, but it's a foul ball. What?
Hey, interrupting dinner.
Had their chance. Oh, no.
Don't get many up there. That is way up there in the suites.
Oh.
In Carlos Delgado land.
Yeah.
Just a long foul ball. 2-2 delivery on the way, and that one foul back. Kevin got his first win against Toronto this season. That was a start in which he went 6, gave up a run on 5 hits. He had the opening day start against Toronto, 2 runs, 5 hits, 5 1/3, indeed in that one. Last outing, he gave up just 2 runs on 10 hits in 6 innings. Non-decisioned in that one. That last start tied a career high with the 10 hits he allowed in the ball game, but only 2 runs off those hits.
Yeah, minimize the damage in that ball game.
So Donaldson battling has gotten it full. And he's out of there. Kevin gets his third strikeout. Take a look at our Honda do-ups when we come back. Manny Machado, Jonathan Scope, and Adam Jones.
Jonathan Scope with 2 outs. A harmless single to left field, but Adam Jones walks behind him, and then Trumbo, been red hot here recently with 2 outs. A double, laser off the wall, scores 2. What? Jonathan Scope again, a double with 2 outs, and then it's Adam Jones picking up his 35th RBI. Another 2-out RBI for the Orioles. Yeah, Orioles offense leading the way. 2-out Lightning, 3-0. Over the Jays right now. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
So the Orioles will try and add to it. Here's Manny Machado. Manny has grounded out twice. Scope, and then Adam Jones to follow. 1-0 count. Manny coming in just a $182 against the Jays. His batting average this year. And a fastball up and in. Biagini as a starter has been able to give them a little length. He's gone 7 innings a couple of times, 5 2/3 last outing. He'd lost 4 in a row before the last start against Texas, where he got the win. And he reaching, pops it up. It'll be back and out of play.
Well, that changeup pretty impressive from Biagini. Go-to secondary pitch. He's been flipping that breaking ball up for early strikes, but the change is go-to. Getting a lot of Orioles off balance out in front. See the location down at the bottom of the zone. Fortunately, Manny fouling that one back.
Two-one delivery on the way to him, and that's going to miss down low. Biagini has had to work behind hitters a lot in this game, which is why that pitch count has jumped up on him. And the Orioles have done a good job of being patient against Biagini, making him throw some hittable pitches. And again, pitch taken away, and the walk. That'll be the 4th surrendered by Biagini, and it's a leadoff walk here in the 5th inning. Oriole fans, when the Orioles score 5 runs or more, get 50% off regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com with promo code Orioles5. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Leadoff man on for the first time in the ball game for the Orioles. Most walks surrendered by Biagini this year as a starter. This game, 4. Strike taken on the inside corner. Scope 2 for 2, single, double, and he scored twice.
Well, in the Oriole offense, and take a look at Leon warming up in the Jays bullpen. When it's working right, they're patient, and they have a solid game plan. They stick through it throughout the ball game. And right now, we're seeing some quality ABs, not swinging at many bad pitches right now, and forcing obviously Biagini to work. Pitch count rising fast.
Jonathan trying to stay out of that double play. A happy Roger McDowell who is trying to coax these starters deeper into ball games. Oh, 2, not a big lead at first. Breaking ball. Scope lays off the pitch. That's the one he's had to lay off in order to get better pitches to hit.
Boy, you got that right. He has been so good this year. The patience, those tough breaking balls down and away. More walks this year. He's almost around a career high right now. This is hasn't even gotten to the halfway point. So Scope seeing the ball real well.
Hitting over 340 for the month of June, Jonathan is, and he has led the Orioles in home runs this month with 8. Mancini with 7. 1 ball, 2 strike count off first base. Manny Machado. That's going to go to short. Tulowitzki. Barney. 2. Two down. Lock in your Birdland summer. Reserve your seats for upcoming promotions, including an infielder's bottle stopper set, Jonathan Scope bobblehead presented by Ocean City, Maryland, 25th anniversary Oriole Park replica ballpark, and more. For tickets, go to Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. So Jonathan doing what he didn't want to do. Ground ball. Iagini able to get it off him, and there are 2 down.
Biagini's got some good action down in the zone. I think that was a little two-seamer down around the knees. Hard to get that pitch elevated.
Adams picked up a base hit and a walk, and he has scored a run, and he has an RBI. Quality start to the ball game for Adam Jones. Biagini gets a strike in, 2 down, bases empty. Orioles up by a score of 3-0. First of 3 to be played here in Toronto. Wade Miley, Marcus Stroman tomorrow night. Ubaldo Jimenez, J.A. Happ for Game 3. Each of those nights, 6:30 O's extra. 7 o'clock for the ball game on Masson 2. We'll see. The Orioles get to see another left-hander. Stroman will come on 7-4 with a 3.69 ERA against Wade Miley in the game tomorrow night.
Yeah, pretty important stretch of games here before the All-Star break for both the Orioles and the Blue Jays.
0-2 delivery, 9-ironed into left field.
But I'd love to talk to you about the next inning.
Well, I want to talk to you about that. So when we come back, Mike Wardick on the importance of games coming up before the All-Star break. Stay tuned.
Almost Zach Britton on his rehab assignment. You see his performances here, but pitching every other day. It's good to see his pitch count slowly but surely starting to climb. Started to mix in more pitches in his last outing in Double-A Bowie. And how about another outing on Thursday and then Friday in Frederick. So good to see Zach Britton almost back to the O's.
Kevin Gausman working here with the 3-0 lead. Justin Smoke at the plate. Shift on, pitch away. Mike, are there important games coming up for these ball clubs before the All-Star break?
I'm glad you mentioned that, Gary, because, yeah, especially this Blue Jays team. Boston, New York, and then Houston before the All-Star break. That's going to be a challenge for them, and, you know, if hopefully the Orioles play them tough, continue to here in this series. And you never know. By the All-Star break, I think teams could have another look, right?
Yeah.
Depending on how they continue to play. Of course, the Orioles, it's not going to be any easier either. Tampa's coming into town over the weekend, and Milwaukee and Minnesota.
Orioles have 12 games left after this before the All-Star break. Kind of amazing it's coming that quickly. Orioles 37-38, looking for a win tonight to get back to 500. Toronto has never been to 500 this year, which is...
They've tried a few times. 9.
Ground ball. Yeah. Talking with John Gibbons for the game, and he said, you know, we can't get to 500. I don't know how many times we've done that. I said, John, 9. You're 0 for 9. And not only that, John, you've been outscored 72-24 in those games where you had a chance to get to 500. He then told me how much he appreciated my providing him with that information in words that'll have to be saved for another day. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Do anything for John. Make him laugh. 2-2 delivery on the way to Smoke, and did he go? He did. Home plate umpire Angel Hernandez makes the call himself. Yeah,
the equalizer there to the lefties. Kevin Gausman's career numbers so much better. The split finger and Smoke, one of the hotter hitters in the game right now, can't hold up the swing. The movement working away. Of course, the height not what Kevin Gausman wants, but when he puts that pressure on the inside of the finger, that pointer finger, he can push that split finger so far away from the lefties. Man, impressive pitch.
So 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Morales, a strikeout victim his first time up. Kendrys Morales away. Gausman with 4 strikeouts. Kevin has the largest differential in strikeouts between starts at home and starts on the road. Breaking ball there for a strike. He averages 8.7 strikeouts at home and 4.03 on the road, a difference of more than 4.5 Ks. And he's already got 4 here in this one. 1-1 delivery on the way. Going for the downs on that one. Morales 1-2.
Yeah, nice heater up at the top of the zone after getting a little help from Angel Hernandez on that changeup. See the second pitch at the bottom to top. Like it, moving the ball all over the place.
1-2 delivery on the way. Morales chases. As a switch hitter, Morales hitting .313 right, .245 left. He's got 15 home runs, and 10 of those have come from this side of the plate. One ball, 2 strike count. Orioles squeeze the middle on him, and he goes over it for a base hit. Just the second hit for Toronto, and the first one since their leadoff batter Bautista in the first inning.
Yeah, still kind of surprises me that Kevin can't drive a 4-seamer up under the hands of a lefty. Always that pitch that comes running back over the middle of the plate. Always holds the good velocity, but that last one, 96, to be in on the inside corner even further, but yeah, leaked over the plate enough for Morales to get a 2-strike knock.
We have Troy Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki grounded out his first time up. A modest 3-game hit streak in which he has gone 6 for 14. 1 down, 1 on. And the pitch on the inside corner for a strike.
Kevin helped with a couple double play balls earlier in the ball game. Good opportunity here.
That one is going to miss away.
Especially with the way he's working the ball down at the bottom of the zone.
That is a great sign for Kevin Gausman and for the Orioles. 1 ball, 1 strike. Morales not fleet of foot, a very short lead at first. Tulowitzki, the 1-1 delivery to him. Breaking ball will miss down low.
Blocked there by Castillo.
Huge variation for Tulowitzki home and road. He's hitting .292 here at Rogers Center and 100 points less on the road, with almost the exact same number of at bats. 2-1 delivery to him. Got that eye level changed and went up and couldn't find it.
Yeah, well, take a look just before the pitch is delivered. Castillo says, I need this pitch down at the bottom of the zone, but a little life. How about that healthy cut? Tulowitzki want to get him closer there.
Orioles up 3-0. 2 in the first, 1 in the third. Gausman in charge on the other side of it. Adam Jones, and he's got it. Morales back to first, and there are 2 down. Tulowitzki retired. Pretty good crowd on hand here at Rogers Center for this ball game on a Tuesday night. School's out, of course, so a lot of kids at the ballpark. Here is Steve Pearce. Steve, a strikeout victim his first time up, 3 for 6. Lifetime off Kevin Gausman, his former teammate. Steve against the Orioles, .273 hitter. And ball gets away, but Castillo right there on it. Morales not going to go anywhere. Down here 3-0.
Now a little change. That good life on the pitch. Got Castillo fooled a little.
Castillo checking over John Russell, bench coach, who gives the signs on whether they want to hold, step off, throw over to first base, not the signs on what to throw. And the pitch is a strike at the knees on the outside corner.
Beauty. Really driving that pitch downhill right now.
Steve has had a couple of those pitches down low that he just didn't feel as though he could reach. And one of those ended up at a strikeout in the 3rd inning. Pearce 1-1. Morales with the base hit at first base. Pearce goes to the middle. That's not where they played him. Scope can't get it. Morales will go to third base, and Pearce, a seeing eye single against the shift.
Boy, just eluding Jonathan Scope up the middle. Gets that fastball inside and actually stays inside it, like he was trying to shoot the ball the other way. Oh, that ball jumped over the glove of Jonathan Scope. He was on that with a little kick at the end. Morales hustling into third base.
So the first base runner to third for Toronto. Scope almost able to knock that down. Even if he couldn't have got the out, he would have held the runner at second. So that'll bring Pilar up, who's been the Oriole dread. As we told you in his first at bat, he popped out. And he's got the big numbers. 344 against the Orioles this year. 2 down. And the pitch taken down low. Not good.
Now take a look. Runners in scoring position down at the bottom. Batting averages. O's leading at 297. And Jays just 226. O's leading the American League. Jays 14th in the AL. Of course, the Jays a few more opportunities, about 35 more or so.
Pilar reaches for it, goes to right field. Smith is there to put it away, and Pilar hitting 104 with runners in scoring position. Can't get it done here in Toronto. years. You look back over the past 11 seasons, the Orioles are 36-70 in ball games played here at Rogers Center. But this year looks like they're going to turn that around. They are 3-1 right now here. They're averaging 5 runs a ball game in this ballpark. Starter ERA is up, but they've been able to cover that with offense. And the relievers at 3.8, they get it done to hold on to the lead. So maybe way up north, the number is getting a little better for Buck Showalter's ball club here in Toronto.
I'd love to make them better this weekend, that's for sure.
Yeah. Here is Mark Trumbo. 2 RBIs on a double in the first inning, and he has grounded out. So Mark up to 37 runs batted in. The Orioles have been led. Jonathan Scope 48 RBIs to start the day today. Trumbo, Adam Jones right behind him. 1 delivery to him, an off-speed breaking ball. It's going to be outside. Bullpen remains active, so this is probably it for Joe Biagini. They've had Leon up twice. He has walked 4, struck out 3, given up the 3 runs on 4 hits. That one he jammed him a little bit. Shortstop Tulowitzki in foul territory. 1 away in the 6th. On Saturday, when the Orioles battle the Rays at Oriole Park, the first 25,000 fans 15 and over are going to get the Zach Britton bobblehead. Good seats remain available, starting as low as $15. For tickets, Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. Still looks like Zach Britton. Trey Mancini has struck out and popped out.
Do you have more of a beard on that one?
Yes. It was penciled in, actually, from the first time we saw that. Just to give a little variation. Mancini, a lot of off-speed pitches in the first 2 at-bats from Biagini. Comes in with a heater at 91 that time, and the count goes to 0-2.
Mancini not liking the call there. Up and away fastball. He falls behind.
Oh, 2 delivery on the way. That one is foul back. Trey Mancini battling here, as these 3 at bats against Biagini have been very tough. Biagini's been able to get ahead of him. Trey trying to keep his 6-game hit streak going to 7 in this ball game. 0-2 pitch on the way to him. That's going to be it. Base hit. So Mancini on with the 1-out single. If it hasn't been a single, it's been a home run. How about this for Trey Mancini? Look at the names that are on this list in our Major League Notebook on our Boom Boom page. Trey Mancini, most home runs by a rookie before the All-Star break, is now the leader. He's got 14 already. Belfry, Eddie Murray, Jim Gentile, Cal Jr. and Jay Gibbons on that list. Steve Molesky putting that one together. Congratulations to Trey. That's pretty darn good to be up there among that group in home runs before the break.
Yeah,
and that's going to be it for Biagini. He is out of there. The Orioles will try and get to the bullpen now. They have a 3-0 lead.
scattering the 5 hits, but a couple of those hits with 2 outs. That's why the Orioles were able to put 3 runs on the board. Of course, 4 walks didn't help Biagini. Did have the 3 punch outs, and he is responsible for the runner at first base. And Jay's going to the bullpen, pulling out Dominic Leone. How about 29th appearance? It has a win out of the pen, 3.51 earned run average, 37 punch outs coming out of the pen, holding opponents down to 215 average, and he isn't afraid to throw multiple innings. He might be out here for 2 or 3.
He will come on with a runner at first base, 1 out. Castillo is grounded out and flied out. Trey Mancini on at first with the single. Infield shifted around, and the pitch there for a strike. Leone working his 4th game against the Orioles this year. He has worked 4 innings, given up a run on 2 hits, walked a couple, and struck out 3. Castillo 0 for 1 against this right-hander. Leone's delivery to him, and that one's going to miss up high.
You see the good fastball there, mid-90s with the heater, power slider, and curveball to go along with it. Genie thinking about his day.
Leone's delivery, and that's going to be there for a strike. Leone out of Norwich, Connecticut, 25 years old. With Arizona last year in 25 games, had a 0-1 record. All his work since becoming a pro has been out of the bullpen. Never started a game, minors or anywhere else. Pitch taken inside. So Leone working to try and keep the score at 3-0. Castillo 2-2. And will miss. Everybody turned to look on that one, including Castillo, to see whether that was going to be a strike or not.
Yeah, might have gotten the call if Russell Martin had been setting up on the inside corner, but he was setting up away, so had to reach back across the plate. You see the 5th pitch just in off the edge.
3-2 count. Mancini not going at first, and the ball hit high in the air to left field in the yard near the warning track. Hauled in by Pierce.
Live and learn, I guess. Trey Mancini kind of hustled down about halfway. I think Wayne Kirby got in his ear, started screaming at him on his way back. He was shaking his head. Kirby wanted him to tag at first base. Would have been a good opportunity there to potentially get himself into scoring position.
You think Wayne would actually let him know about that situation?
Wayne was shaking his head before he even got back to first. Where are you going, man?
Mostly the whole ballpark knew that. At least
right?
Everybody on the first base side would have heard him. A 1-0 count. Curb doesn't let a lot go by on things you should do on the diamonds. Here is Kim. He's trying to walk, and he has struck out 2 down. Runner at first. 1-0 delivery on the way, and it'll be taken away. Russell Martin had the glove turned the wrong way and had to catch it with the glove on the top of it. That's not easy to do, and may have gotten crossed up on that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he almost pushed that one into the Blue Jays dugout. Somehow it stayed in the glove.
That'll be a Genie making the start. 0-1 against the Orioles lifetime. Right now on the losing end of it, but only a 3-0 Orioles lead. 2-0 pitch on the way. Leone will miss outside. So Leone falls behind on Kim. 3 balls and no strikes. Leone was acquired last November. It was a waivers claim by the Toronto Blue Jays from Arizona to bolster the bullpen. 3-0 pitch, not swinging and nothing to swing at. So there he is, ball 4. And again, the Orioles with 2 down will get runners on at first and second base. Orioles have drawn 5 walks in the ballgame.
Yeah. A second for Kim.
Joey Rickard will come on to run for Kim. And I'm sure will stay for left field.
Did you know what you're talking about? Leon being acquired from Arizona after they put him on the waiver wire, but Arizona picked him up from Seattle through a trade for Trumbo.
Wow.
Right? So a little 6 degrees of separation. Vidal Nuno also involved in that trade.
And there is Mark. Paul Yanish, show 1 count, 2 down, 2 on. Yanish has drawn a walk and he has grounded out. And a step off and a step out in this at bat. Orioles 2 for 4. Runners in scoring position. They've left 4 on base so far. 0-1 delivery. Pop up. Shallow center. Pilar, who is shallow anyway, comes in, puts it away. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 2 are left on base. Orioles remain on top 3-zip.
Top of the world and I can't come down. No, I can't come down. This is how it feels to stand on the clouds. The place is here, the time is now. On top of the world and I can't come down. No, I can't come down. This is how it feels. The clouds.
Rogers Center in Toronto, and the Orioles with the 3-0 lead, bottom half of the 6th inning. And the pitch taken for a strike. Barney grounded out his first time up. Joey Rickard stays in the ball game after pinch running and left. Kim out. Even with the bag, Manny Machado at third. Barney goes the other way, right at him. Seth Smith's got it. Barney's retired.
Man, how about that placement right there? Wayne Kirby on the defensive alignment for the outfielders. Playing a little shallower. And right in the right spot. Bullet off the bat of Barney.
Seth looked like he that almost got caught in the lights.
Right. He was just coming in or just came out.
Yeah, hang with him, and he did. Then you saw Wayne Kirby directing traffic again. Here's Bautista, base hit, and he is popped out. 3-5-0 for the Orioles. 3-0 for Toronto. 6 left on by the Orioles, only 2 by Toronto. They've only had 1 runner to third base in the 5th inning. Came with 2 down, couldn't get them home. Gausman, the 0-1 delivery to Bautista. You're seeing some swings from a ball club where players are trying to deliver 3-run homers with nobody on base.
Yeah, you're right. Well, they're trying to get on Gausman's fastball. It's really got some life tonight. Of course, mid to high 90s with that heater.
Up the middle, base hit. So the second hit of the night for Bautista. That comes with one away. Oriole baseball on Masson is brought to you by American Standard Heating and Air. Go to MidAtlanticComfort.com for special offers and to find a dealer near you. And by Ocean City. Put your vacation days to good use in Ocean City. Book now at OCOcean.com. One down, one on. Just the fourth hit against Kevin Gausman. They've all have been singles. Russell Martin is hit into a double play, and he is flied out to left field. Martin 4 for 23 against the O's this year. Will take the pitch inside for a ball. Givens in the bullpen. First action for the Orioles pen. Kevin Gausman has worked 7 innings once this year against Washington. Got a win, 2 runs, 5 hits over 7. His longest outing of the year. 1-0 pitch on the way. Check swing, foul ball.
Like that. Steal a strike up there at the top of the zone. So Martin, check swing. Kevin pitching pretty well tonight.
Martin hitting only 167 in the month of June. A couple of home runs. 1 ball, 1 strike count. And that pitch outside, 2-1. Only 1 walk surrendered by Gausman. Leadoff walk, second inning. Ended up being an out in a strike him out, throw him out double play. Otherwise, Kevin, the double plays in the each of the first 2 innings, able to keep out of trouble. Great pitch down and away.
Oh, pulling the string on the change there. Nasty. Kevin's starting to feel a little more comfortable with the adjustment on the mound. Sliding over to that first base side. Seems to have a little bit better command on the glove side. And at least the changeup. He started on the plate and let it move. He's been doing that.
2-2 delivery on the way. Back inside, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first base. See whether or not Bautista is going to be taking off here. On deck, Donaldson. Only 1 out. They got caught, strike him out, throw him out, double play earlier. There he goes. Ground ball to third, foul.
Wow.
So Bautista back.
A little surprised. That's a pretty aggressive move, down by 3. Especially when you have Josh Donaldson waiting in the wings. Of course, Smoke as well. Good change up here from Kevin Gausman. Maybe up in the zone, obviously a little too much. Gave him a chance. It's down. He's done.
Do the 3-2 again. Bautista again going. Pitches inside. So that's what Toronto needed. They're going to get the potential tying run to the plate here in the 6th inning. Only the second walk surrendered. And that's going to be it for Kevin Gausman. So Kevin will work 5 1/3 innings in this ball game. Bullpen, of course, having a day off yesterday, rested, ready to go. Givens will come on for it.
Kevin Gausman went into the Rogers Center with some great numbers against the Jays. There, strike him out, throw him out. How about the nasty splitty Steve Pearce? Donaldson going down on a heater. And Smoke, one of the hotter hitters on the Jays team. Check swinging on a changeup. 5 1/3 though for Kevin Gausman. Pitch count got up there, believe it or not, even with just the 2 walks. Well, full counts, 4 punch outs for Kevin Gausman today, scattering 4 hits.
First and second, 1 down. And here's Donaldson. Takes the pitch way outside. It gets away, and the runners will move up. A bender that was really moving away.
Yeah, Michael Givens into the ball game. Castilla reaching out. That hard slider just off the end of the glove. Both runners advancing. Michael Givens into the ball game. He's been rolling here recently. The last 11 appearances been scoreless. Opponents hitting just .217. 71% of the runners stay stranded.
Way outside again. Wow, did he get that one? Fine play made by Wellington Castillo. 2 pitches, both going in the same direction.
Making sure this time. Setting up on the outside corner, and wow, on his ankles. Making a dive and play. Impressive stop there. Saving a run for sure.
Givens has thrown only 2 wild pitches, including the one in this inning. Donaldson, 2-0 count. He'll take the pitch. It's there for a strike. Didn't like it. Donaldson is 1 for 5. Lifetime off Michael Givens.
Pretty good fastball there. I think it was down the middle. Lower third.
Right there at the bottom of the strike zone.
Yeah.
Big chance, best chance in the ball game for the Jays to get on the board. And Donaldson will step out. So Michael Givens has been just a solid force for the Orioles. Worked against Tampa Bay in the 24th inning in the 3rd. 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And now Castillo's going up.
Get on the same page here. I don't know if Michael's feeling too comfortable with the slider right now. But man, at some point you're going to have to throw it to Donaldson.
Tepera is in the bullpen, one of the setup men. Tepera, first time we've seen him up. He and Barnes have been doing the setup work for Osuna. 2-1 delivery on the way, and that's way outside. He hasn't been close on 3 of the 4. Givens leads all relievers 6 wins this year, and he leads all the Oriole relievers with 36 strikeouts. He's got a .64 ERA over the last 11 games. 3-1 delivery, and he got that one in there.
Nice pitch.
Had movement, 3-2.
Yeah, you got to throw that slider there with the open base. You got to make sure you find some command with that pitch. It's going to come up big. He might throw it again.
2 of the 6 wins Givens has had as a reliever have come against Toronto. 3-ball, 2-strike count for Givens against the Jays. 2-0 record. This is his 4th game. He's given up a run on 3 hits, 3 in the 3rd innings against Toronto this year. Ball to 3rd. There's 1, and that's all they can get. Runners get back. Manny Machado hauls in the liner off Donaldson's bat for the 2nd out.
Man, he was catching a break right there. Michael Givens coming all the way back. Donaldson reaching out on, a 3-2 slider, squares it up, but right at Manny Machado. And getting ready, boom, into the glove, looking for 2 right there.
Well, here's your matchup of the ball game so far. One of the hottest hitters in all of baseball, Justin Smoak, with runners at 2nd and 3rd and 2 down. The infield shifted all the way around, scope way out and right. Smoak will take it away for a ball. Smoak with his 20 home runs tied for 4th in that department in the American League. He's up there among hit leaders, slugging percentage, Smoke is second only to Aaron Judge. 1-0 delivery on the way, and it gets away, and a run will not score. Boy, Bautista was halfway down the line when that ball got away, but once he hesitated, he had to go back.
Well, look what he's looking at right here, the line here. He can't tell actually how far the ball gets away. It is a tough ball to pick up. Much easier, obviously, if it's in back, going straight back to the backstop. But Bautista can't tell the depth perception on that baseball. Orioles catch another break there.
Yeah. And a good partial stop made by Wellington Castillo. Count goes to 2-0 on Smoke. Dangerous pitch. Pitch will be away. 3-0. Morales on deck. The reason, obviously, Bautista was so far down, the Orioles had the shift on. Manny Machado's in left field, and he's the only defender. See where Manny is?
Yeah.
So Bautista's just wandering off third base. Boy, would he like to go. 3-0 count, and they're loaded. Maybe not a bad idea. You'd rather deal with Morales than Smoke, but you got no place to put anybody.
Yeah, you get the force now, any base. And Morales, obviously a very dangerous hitter as well. Makes some good pitches. Michael Givens' changeup to the lefties has come up big here this season. Pitch that he's been developing over the last couple of years. I guarantee you he'll be using it in this at bat.
Morales 0 for 3 against Givens. 2 down. Bases loaded. Givens delivery. Morales strike one. Morales has gone 2 for 7 with the sacks full this year, including 1 grand slam. He's got Bautista at a base hit at third, a walk to Martin at second, a walk to Smoke at first. Outside. A very quiet offense for Toronto. They had only 1 base runner beyond first through the first 5 innings, and now they've loaded them up here in the 6th. But there are 2 down. And the count goes to 1-2 on Morales, who wanted that one.
Man. Been trying to get that fastball in there underneath the hands. All 3 of them have leaked out over. That one up at the top of the zone. Thank goodness. 96 miles an hour. Gets fouled straight back. Any lower, that would have been trouble.
Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way, and he got him on a pitch way out of the strike zone. Morales goes after it, and Givens finishes the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and Toronto will leave the bases loaded. Orioles remain on top. As the due-up, Smith, Machado, and Scope. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Take a look at games the Orioles have great interest in. The Rays interleague play 2-0 bottom of the 8th over the Pirates. Cobb just 2 hits, 7 innings. The Twins right now trailing the Red Sox 2-0. They're in a delay. They started the ball game delayed. Home run by Vasquez, 2-run shot, and the White Sox lead the Yankees 1-0. Bottom of the 4th inning in Chicago. 7-3 against the Central for the Yankees. Severino, the starter in that ball game. Michael Givens explaining how easy it is to get the final out when the bases are loaded, and Morales is at the plate.
My goodness.
The Orioles continue to shut him out 3-0.
Pretty impressive job blowing him away with some high fastballs there at the end, but yeah, didn't know how many outs. Can't even imagine if the ball was put in play. God forbid a comeback or where that ball may have gone.
Probably would have gone home.
Yeah.
Seth Smith, and he'll go after it and foul it off. Seth has an 0 for 3, couple of ground ball outs and a strikeout. So Kevin Gausman, no runs, 4 hits, 5 1/3, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. His final line. Leone is on. He got the final 2 outs in the 6th inning. 3 runs charged to Biagini, the starter. 3 runs, 5 hits over 5 1/3. And the pitch by Leone is away. Top of the order, Manny Machado, Jonathan Scope to follow.
Well, you see how quickly from that last inning can become danger time. So another tack on run. I think the Orioles feel a little bit more comfortable.
And the pitch is there for a strike. The Orioles on the road are 10th in runs this year in the league. They're also 10th in runs at home. They have a better on-base percentage on the road than they do at home. 6th in the league on the road, 11th at home. Yet, of course, they are 24-14 at home and 13-24 on the road. And a lot of that has to do with pitching. Orioles road ERA is last. The Orioles whip is last in road games. And it's been just enough to be the difference in wins and losses on the road. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Smith with a shift on against him takes one up and in.
Orioles definitely having their problems. I'll tell you what, starts by winning a series, and that series they played down in Tampa was pretty impressive. Got a great performance by Dylan Bundy. It was nice to see the Orioles bullpen starting to lock it up out there.
3-2 delivery on the way to him, and he got him. First strikeout for Leone, 1 down.
A tough pitch to get to. 95 up and away. A couple pitches in that AB that Seth Smith wish he had it back. A couple down the heart of the plate. That one. You want to take your chances hitting that.
Yeah, the series wins have not come for Toronto, obviously, being in last place. They come off a road trip in which they went 3-4. Last 4 series they have lost 2 and tied 2. Here's Manny Machado, and Manny chases one away. Manny's drawn a walk, grounded out a couple of times. 2 RBI double, first inning Trumbo, RBI base hit Jones in the 3rd. All 3 runs coming with 2 away. It's been pretty much a pitcher's game. That one goes to the backstop, 1-1.
Yeah, not a lot of offense right now at all. Of course, both teams don't run too much. They hit their way, score some runs.
The battery for the Orioles on the bench. 1-1 delivery on the way, and that'll be down low. So Leone falls behind, 2 balls and 1 strike on Manny Machado. The 2-1 is off the fist, center field. Pilar. 2 down. MLB.com at BAT, your #1 mobile app for live Orioles baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Orioles home screen icons and app features, as well as game day live game video highlights, radio broadcast, statcast news, and more. Download MLB.com at BAT today. It's customizable. Swing and a miss. Well located pitch. Scope single double in his first 2 at bats, and into a double play his last time up. He has scored 2 runs. Jones has scored the other. All the offense tonight for the Orioles have been 3, 4, 5. Scope, Jones, and Trumbo. And the count goes to 0-2.
Leon's starting to get aggressive in the zone with that fastball. Of course, mid-90s with the heater. I think, well, why aren't the Orioles getting all over it? But a little bit of a herky-jerky presentation. You know, sometimes that little extra deception. All you need is a split second to help your fastball play up.
Just enough of that to foul it back. Goes off Russell Martin. Scope stays alive here, 0-2.
Check it out, another heater. Off the shoulder.
Russell showing where he wants it. 0-2 delivery on the way, and that's where he got it. So Dominic Leone gets his second strikeout. Orioles are retired in order. 7th inning stretch time. Good time for that. Event with the best total savings on select models in Hyundai's history is going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Givens delivery taken for a strike on the inside corner to Lewitsky. Gentry has come on to play in right field. Seth Smith out. So Gentry will be in the leadoff spot. Tulowitzki is grounded out, flied out. Pierce and then Pilar against Givens. Shift on. Had him on his heels that time on a pitch away, 0-2.
Yeah, I think Tulowitzki hunting that inner third right there, and Michael Givens dotting up about 96 on the outside corner.
Givens delivery to him and made quick work of that. Tulowitzki retired 2 strikeouts in a row for Gibbons.
Well, after firing a couple sliders to the backstop, jumping on the fastball here. How about 96? Ooh, 3 pitches, 3 fastballs. You see? Wow. Big time heater there.
Ezekiel Carrera just activated today. He is back in action, and here he is. Coming off the DL, he will hit for Steve Pearce. Pearce had a 1-for-2, a base hit. And Carrera will stand in with 1 down and nobody on. Carrera's got a 1-for-1. The only time he has faced Michael Gibbons. That one to center field. Adam Jones backs up a bit. A pitch and an out on Carrera, the pinch hitter. 2 down. Our Heritage Automotive Road ahead. Heritage Automotive offering you 20 convenient locations throughout the Baltimore area. Visit them in store or online at heritagedealers.com.
I was finishing up this set against the Blue Jays. 2 night games in a row, then head back home Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to take on the Rays. Check out the start times, though. 7 o'clock Friday, 4 on Saturday, and then 1:30 start on Sunday.
2 quick outs for Michael Gibbons. Here's Pilar. He has popped out, flied out. Center fielder will take the pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Jays leaving 2 on in the 5th, and the bases loaded in the 6th. There are only 2 scoring opportunities they've had in the game. Gibbons will miss with that one. And Michael goes 1 ball, 1 strike on Pilar, with Barney, the number 9 hitter, waiting on deck. Fisted into the seats.
Gibbons looking good. Pilar actually was their leadoff hitter at the beginning of the season, but he started scuffling. See that on base percentage around 313 or so, 315. So John Gibbons said, why don't you head back down to the bottom of the lineup a little bit. He's more comfortable down there. His batting average is starting to climb. Just trying to get this Blue Jays offense a little more consistent. They have been scuffling.
He's had 8 hits now in his last 18 at bats since being moved down. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Again, Gibbons wants this out. Have that number 9 hitter leading off in the 8th inning. 1-2 pitch on the way, and that's going to go to third. Manny Machado gobbles it up. And a strong inning. Side retired in order. 7 complete in Toronto. The Orioles have led throughout 3-0. Strange day indeed. On this date, June 27, in 1967, 2 future Hall of Famers ended up being injured. Al Kaline broke his hand when he slammed his bat into a bat rack after he struck out by sudden Sam McDowell. Second place Tigers losing that one 8-1. He would miss 28 games. On the same day, Frank Robinson of the Orioles got hurt in a collision with Al Weiss of the White Sox. 5-0 White Sox win, and Robinson suffered double vision and missed 28 games on the same day.
Crazy.
Two future Hall of Famers.
Wow. I'll take a look at Ryan Tepera coming out of the Jays bullpen. 33rd appearance, 3.26 earned run average. He has been very reliable coming out of the Jays bullpen. How about a 176 overall opponent batting average and only one home run given up? He's gone 28 1/3 without giving up that long ball.
So Tepera works, and a swing and a miss by Adam Jones. Adam has had a walk, a single, and he's flied out, has scored a run, and has picked up an RBI. So Tepera on for Leone. Dominic Leone, good job, inning in 2/3. One walk, 2 strikeouts. Jones will foul that one back. Adam against Tepera, and 0 for 4.
You see the good fastball there, mid-90s with the heater. He can cut it as well. That was a hard cutter. Low 90s with that pitch. A little slider and a change to go along with it.
Tepera came up through the Toronto organization. 19th round pick, 19th round in 2009. Adam in the air to center field, hit it well. Ball's not carrying that far tonight, though. Pilar there to put it away. One down, and our Lexus of Towson driving the game.
How about Mark Trumbo in the first inning with 2 outs? Jumps all over the heater. 111 miles an hour off the bat. 419. It's about 10 feet off the ground. 2 stakes on the end of that double. Mark Trumbo.
Lexus of Towson, the area's #1 volume Lexus dealer. 7 straight years. Come see why at lexusoftowson.com. 1 for 3 for Mark, the DH. Trumbo will take it away from Tepera. Mark has gone 1 for 2 against this reliever. Boy, what a season Mark's having against Toronto, hitting over 320 coming into the ball game. He's had a couple of home runs and 7 RBIs against Toronto in this, the 10th game these teams have played. Trumbo kind of looks at that one going, wow, where did that go?
Yeah, pretty good slider right there. More so the location, just keeping it on that outer third.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Trumbo heat on the inside corner at 94. Orioles have O'Day warming up. Win tonight, Orioles back to 500. 1-2 pitch on the way. Trumbo lashing down the line. That's going to be a base hit. It'll go all the way to the corner. Bautista going after it. Trumbo on his way to second. He'll go in with a stand-up double. A 2 doubles night, 2 for 4.
Yeah, beautiful stroke right there from Trumbo. Wow. Fastball down and away. Stays on it. Doesn't pull off at all. Talk about an in at bat adjustment. Pulled off the slider earlier. I'm going to keep that front shoulder in. He does. Doesn't get too big at all. Comes off hot. Squares it up on the barrel. Actually beating Bautista down that right field line. Nice swing for Trumbo.
So strong. Powering that ball down the line. But a big potential run, only 1 away. Trey Mancini has had 1 at bat against Tepera, and he hit a home run. 1 down, 1 on. Orioles have their 6th hit. They've out hit Toronto 6-4 with the 3-0 lead. Tepera is delivered to Mancini. That goes to right. Bautista over, back, reaching, makes the catch. Runner tags. Trumbo to third. 2 down.
Pretty nice swing there by Trey, staying on the slider and then driving it to right field. Sound approach there from Boom Boom.
So the Orioles go after another 2-out RBI. All 3 runs in the ball game have come with 2 down. Wellington Castillo gets the chance. A couple of fly ball outs and a ground ball out. Orioles 2 for 6, runners in scoring position. 0 for 3 for the Jays. Foul back. Castillo an 0 for 2 off this right-hander. He's got Trumbo on at third base. Wellington has had big numbers for the Orioles when he's had these kind of chances this year. 0-1 delivery to him and a little check swing, and that one somehow found the end of the bat.
Boy, that's a good pitch right there. And a lot of the Orioles having trouble with it. He can locate it well on the outside corner. He isn't making a mistake with that pitch. How about that location? Right on the outer edge, and Castillo picking up the spin just a little too late.
3:55 with runners in scoring position for Castillo. 0-2 delivery, and he reached and he's gone. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. Orioles on top, 3-0. O'Day to pitch. Marcus Stroman. Our coverage on MASN 2 will begin at 6:30. O's Extra presented by Jeep. Game coverage will be at 7. All the access you need right here on MASN. 3-0 lead. The Orioles, bottom of the 8th inning.
Darren O'Day into the ball game. 27th appearance now for the Orioles. The earned run average continuing to come down after a slow start to the season. Yeah, some arm troubles for Darren O'Day. A couple stints on the disabled list. He's looking good here recently. Opponents hitting just 191 overall off O'Day. Righties up to 236, but controlling the lefties this year. Just 118. And first batter as well, only 125.
Ryan Goins will be the pinch hitter for Barney here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Barney had an 0 for 2 in the game. Goins with speed. Manny Machado in at third base. And O'Day's delivery to him, put up in the air to left field. Ball hit deep, playable, and hauled in. Joey Ricketts started in, and plenty of time to get back underneath it. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. One away. Here's top of the order, Bautista, and the pitch taken in. Both of the pinch hitters used tonight, Ezekiel Carrera and Goins, have gone after the first pitch, and both have flied out on them in this ball game.
How about that movement? Darren O'Day on the two-seam fastball. He's always had a little bit of a sinker, but dive bombing right now. One on the inside corner, one on the back door. Get into this count.
Bautista, 2 singles, 2 for 3. 0-2 count on him from O'Day. And Darren's delivery, chop foul, hits him in the batter's box. Bautista is 7 for 18 off O'Day, and 4 of the 7 hits have been home runs.
Oh, yeah. Well, he and Darren O'Day,
good friends.
Back and forth for about 4 or 5 years.
Bautista, 5-game hit streak that he extended to 5 in the game tonight. 0-2 count on him. O'Day's pitch, and he got him to go after one upstairs.
Yeah, nicely done by Darren O'Day. Painting on the inside corner, a couple of dots on the outer. How about that group of pitches there? And then right to the top with the Jenny Finch. Yeah, the rising fastball, 88 miles an hour. Starts in the zone, rises up and out. A little bit of a bad head drop there from Bautista. And O'Day taking advantage of it. There it is in slow-mo. What a pitch from O'Day.
2 down, nobody on. That'll bring up Russell Martin. He's drawn a walk, officially 0 for 2. And into a double play and is flied out. Day's delivery to him is going to be a base hit. So Martin going after the first pitch, gets one into left center. He is on with a single. Toronto's not recorded an extra base hit in the ball game tonight. And that'll bring up Josh Donaldson. Donaldson 3 for 13 against O'Day. Donaldson came up in the 6th inning with a couple on and lined out the 3rd. Right to Manny Machado with runners at 2nd and 3rd. 2 down with a runner at first base here in the 8th. Reaches for it and fouls it back. Darren O'Day has never lost to Toronto. O'Day lifetime is 5-0 with a save against the Blue Jays. He's worked. This is his 51st game against Toronto, and they've hit lifetime 200 against him with an ERA of 1.9.
Man. Pretty impressive.
Some pretty good offensive teams. Pitch on the way, hacked at it, first base. Trey Mancini, and O'Day gets it done. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Orioles up as we go to the 9th. Masson brought to you by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. In living color, you now know where we are. Here in Toronto, and for the Orioles, so far so good. On top by a score of 3-0, getting the runs in the first 3 innings, and they've made it hold up.
Yeah, Chris Smith just recalled from Buffalo this season down there. Look at the numbers: 3.93. Picked up a win, 15 punch outs in 18 1/3 innings of work. Only 2 walks, so all over the plate. Fastball and slider combination. There you go, a debut.
Major league debut. He's 28 years old, and out of Louisville, Kentucky. Born, raised, still lives there. He's only been in pro ball since 2014, and at the minor league level. The reason that he's that age and only 4 years of pro ball is that he played a lot of independent league baseball before he was finally signed by a major league organization. So he has paid the price. He was signed by the Jays in 2015. He's played for the Traverse City Beach Burns, the Washington Wild Things of the Frontier League, the White Sands Pupfish. That one has popped up. And just playable. Put away by Donaldson.
Good play by Donaldson, finding the wall. Some fans over there that want the ball as well. Josh Familiar, quick look down and takes it away. Look at the fan reaction. Come on, man. Give me one of those balls.
Give me a ball. Did you ever play for the White Sands Pupfish?
Never did.
No. They're in the Pecos League.
Never played in the Pecos League either.
Here's Paul Yanish.
I probably should have, though.
1 out and 0-1 count. Boy, what a career for Chris Smith. In the air to center field, Pilar.
Isn't that amazing, the stories of some of the guys that are playing at Major League Baseball, the paths that they took?
You'd like to sit down with Chris Smith and hear the stories. He played in Australia too. 2011, the Brisbane Bandits of the Australian Baseball League. Wow. He has been around. Lake Erie Crushers. Gotta want it bad. Here he is, Major League debut. 2 down, nobody on. Foul back by Craig Gentry. Brad Brock, Oriole closer. It is a save situation. Gentry getting his first at bat in the ball game. Oh, 1 delivery to him will be taken away.
Now Smith called up. They DFA'd veteran Greeley.
Yeah.
Kind of running out of steam.
1-1 deliveries there for a strike. Biagini the starter, 3 runs, 5 hits, 5 1/3. Leone an inning, 2/3. No hits. Tepera came on, worked, base hit, picked up off Smith with 2 down. So Gentry is on in the top of the 9th inning.
Swing there by Craig Gentry. Gentry came up big for the Orioles in the Rays series, primarily defensively, though. Man, is he filling it up in right field. And Joey Rickard, pretty impressive defensive series.
Manny Machado, a couple of ground ball outs and a fly ball out. Orioles now with 7 hits in the ball game. Back to the bag. Orioles extra base hits. Jonathan Scope a double. He would score in the 3rd inning. And Mark Trumbo has had 2 doubles, driving in 2 with one of those extra base hits in the 1st inning. Has not been a night for a lot of extra base hits. 2 down. Down to first and foul. Orioles on the season have now outscored Toronto 42-25. Counting the runs in this ball game tonight. The Orioles team ERA coming into this game against Toronto was 2.28. Pitch up high. Gosman 5 1/3, no runs, 4 hits. Givens an inning and 2/3, a couple of strikeouts, a walk. Darren O'Day an inning, a hit. Still officially in the ball game, but looks like he'll be coming out unless the Orioles were to score another run. 1-1 delivery is there.
Smith got a good fastball, mid-90s with the heater. He's able to locate it pretty well. Next pitching to the top of the zone.
Towering pop up. Second base. And that will be hauled in. Barney there to get it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. The Orioles are 3 outs away. Victory number 38.
Right now, 13 consecutive scoreless appearances. He has been dominant, to say the least. Aggressive in the zone with all of his pitches. Hit strike 1, down in the zone with the heaters. Good luck on the side as well, but only 2 walks. Brad Brock, yeah, he has looked good. Scattering just the 4 hits, and more importantly, he was 11-2 in that 13-game stretch. 34th appearance for Brad Brock. Couple wins under his belt. 2.43 earned run average. 13 saves for Mr. Brock. Opponents hitting just 167 overall.
For Brad, he is 1 for 1 this year in saves against Toronto. He's already pitched. This will be his 7th game. 7 out of the 10 he's been in. 6 innings, no runs, and 1 hit with a walk and 10 strikeouts against Toronto this season. 13 out of 16 in save opportunities for Brad. Smoke will take the pitch on the inside corner. Couple of walks and a strikeout for Justin Smoke. Morales and then Tulowitzki. Bottom of the 9th inning, the Orioles with the 3-0 lead, and a wild swing and a pitch down and away.
My, oh my. There it is. Oh yeah, the turbo changeup. Take advantage of this count. Nasty pitch. Starts on the outside corner and just, where'd it go? Disappeared.
Smoke 1 for 7 off Brad, and that pitch will be down low. A bouncer that goes away, and a 1-ball 2-strike count from Brock. So Gosman right now on the line to win his 4th game would be 4-7. Biagini would take the loss. He'd be 2-7. And Brock, chance for a save as you look at the shift. 1-2 pitch. Best chance, Toronto. At bases loaded situation, 6th inning. 2 in scoring position, 1 out. Donaldson lined out, bases loaded, 2 down. Morales struck out. Credit the Oriole pitchers. Michael Givens in that situation with getting out of the inning. Slow roller foul. No, over the bag. Fair ball, and the out recorded. Smoke never came out of the batter's box.
Nicely done right there. A nice changeup. John Gibbons out to argue the fair foul call. What do we got here?
It's Angel Hernandez's call. Did go by the bag. That's when he goes to the first base umpire.
Oh, Angel ran in front of Smoke. That's what Gibbons is arguing about. Oh, man. 9 innings they went without arguing with Angel. Take a look here. Good changeup from Brad Brock, but take a look at Angel getting a look at this pitch down the line. Hustles out there, and these cuts in front of Smoke. Actually boxes him out. Gibbons trying to get an umpire interference there. Another look from overhead. Hold on a second. Wait, give me a look. Give me a look.
He's out. Here's Morales and a strike in the outside corner. Morales 2 for 4 off Brad Brock. Toronto has been shut out 3 times this year. The Orioles have 3 shutouts to their credit. Little chopper foul. The last time the Orioles shut out Toronto was September 29 of 2016. It was a 4-0 win. Ubaldo Jimenez gave up only 1 hit, had help from Hart and Brad Brock out of the bullpen. He was the winner in that last shutout game against Toronto. Pitch tails away. Ubaldo trying to get back on track as the Orioles look for these quality starts. Give him a chance to win. He will pitch game 3. Ubaldo will against Happ. Pitched in, swung on, missed. Play has got to be made, and is. Strikeout and an assist. Fans not particularly happy with the last 2 hitters and how they've reacted not coming out of the batter's box.
Yeah, well, there have been a few in this ball game. Batista kind of walked down the line with his bat in his hand earlier in the ball game. Smoke make it about 10 feet, and even that one with Morales. This doesn't look too good.
Nope. So 2 down, and here's Tulowitzki, 0 for 3 in the ball game. Lined out, struck out. Brad Brock's pitch is in there for a strike. Tulowitzki a 3 for 7 lifetime off Brad. And that is in there for a strike. Brad Brock's 0-2 delivery on the way, and that'll be foul back. So the Orioles are not away from going 8-2 against Toronto in the season, and 4-1 here in Toronto, as they have played some of their best baseball against this Blue Jays team. They're going to be 24-17 against the East.
Nice.
2 delivery on the way, just missed. Orioles in the division have the most wins against the East. They have the fewest wins on the road in the East, and the largest negative run differential yet. They're on their way to a victory and started the day 4.5 games out of first place. And it will be a 3-game win streak.
Yeah. More importantly, 3-game win streak on the road.
Yep. 2-2 delivery on the way. In the air, left center field. Ball hit pretty good. That'll take care of the shutout. Goodbye, home run. Tulowitzki puts him on the board.
Now Tulowitzki's bat slowly but surely starting to warm up for this Jays club. And one of the rare mistakes from Brad Brock. Elevated fastball staying on the dish. Tulowitzki hammering his 4th home run of the season. We'll take a look here. Castillo wanting it down and away. Ooh. Yeah, up and out over. Gives him a good look.
So that will end the scoreless appearances for Brad Brock, but still needs just one out to put the ball game away. Ezekiel Carrera stands in. He had one at bat, came on as a pinch hitter and flied out in the 7th inning. And a swing and a miss down and away.
That was so nasty. He throws it so hard. That's the thing. 89 miles an hour.
The 0-2 delivery is going to be taken away. Ezekiel Carrera off the DL today. Trying to bring the potential tying run to the plate with 2 down here in the 9th inning. And Brad Brock trying to end it right here. 1-2 delivery on the way and a ground ball foul as he jammed him. One ball, 2 strikes. Trying to keep it alive for Pilar, the on deck batter. Only the 4th home run surrendered by Brock this year. And the swing and a miss gets him. So Brad Brock comes on, gets a couple of strikeouts here in the 9th inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on. Home run by Donaldson gets him on the board. 40,606 on hand, and the Orioles come away with a big win. This is just the 2nd time this year they have won 3 consecutive on the road. Game 2 of this 3-game set. Wade Miley, Marcus Stroman coming up. Coverage on Masson 2 tomorrow begins at 6:30. O's Extra presented by Jeep, and our game coverage at 7.